All right. Uh, so I just got done walking from playing Pokemon Go for like the past 2 hours, and it's been a really busy week as well. So I am pretty tired, but I wanted to just record something. So I was thinking about it, and there is one topic that I was thinking about like actually making a video on and like scripting it and everything. But it's just, I feel like it's one of those topics where I try to script it and then I just can't really find the words I want to say. So I feel like it's just going to be stuck in idea hell for the rest of its life if I never just say it. So that's what I'm going to do today. And I wanted to talk about kind of, I guess the idea I had to name it is my weird relationship with music, which I know sounds very weird. I guess that's kind of why it's, yeah. But anyways, though, I wanted to talk about kind of the weird relationship I have with music, and I guess kind of how it's healing and kind of how I've recognized what music is to me in a way, because I kind of, I mean, I think when people think of music, they think of very, you know, they think of songs and bands and stuff. So, like people will say, like, Pink Floyd or, I don't know, Daft Punk. I don't know, who's like a mainstream. So this is part of the problem, I guess, is I'm not a mainstream person most of the time. So, like people know like mainstream songs, and I just know nothing about mainstream songs now. I mean, I probably knew a little bit about mainstream songs back in the day, but not really. Honestly, I think a lot of my initial kind of exposure to, actual like music with bands and stuff it was probably unironically Guitar Hero 3 and Rock Band were like the two big uh things that really taught me about that stuff, because I mean I didn't know, but then played so much Guitar Hero and Rock Band that I got familiar with a lot of that music. But it wasn't really music that I listened to, if that makes any sense, because it was like I would play Guitar Hero or Rock Band or whatever, but it wasn't something I would actually listen to most of the time. Maybe like there'd be very specific songs where maybe I would, but I was never really someone who used. I had an iPod. I think it was iPod Nano, I want to say, back in the day, and like I like we bought some songs on it, some songs that were from Guitar Hero, and I never really cared to use it that much. So I just never really listened to music like that. And then when I got older, I mean, I just had a phone, and I guess this is kind of where I want to talk about my own kind of relationship with music, because I didn't really listen to like traditional music like how everybody else does, because I would just listen to video game music if I was going to listen to anything, which, is kind of where I wanted to go with this, because I think probably one of the questions I hate getting the most is when people will be like, so what's your favorite type of music, or what's your favorite song, or something like that. And people always have an answer. I don't, what's like an example? I can't even think of any music off the top of my head, really. But, they'll have, their favorite song or their favorite band or their favorite album or whatever. And when people ask that to me, like when people say like, hey, what type of music you listen to? And I'm just like, video game music, which, I think part of the reason I hate that answer is because it feels like a cop-out answer. It feels like, I'm trying to think of a good example. I mean, it feels like a generic answer that doesn't really say anything. Like it doesn't say, this is what I like. It just kind of says like, yeah, I like video game music because I'm the video game guy, right? And like I always hated saying that, but that was like my genuine answer is the thing. Even though it sounds like a cop-out answer, it's not a cop-out answer because that's what it like I would listen to video game music if I'm going to listen to anything. And I always felt kind of weird about giving that answer just because I didn't want it to feel like a cop-out answer. But I never really understood why necessarily I wouldn't listen to video game music, or why I wouldn't listen to regular music. I just listen to video game music. And I mean, it's just kind of been like that for a long time. I mean, if you go and you listen to the music in most of my main channel videos, it is all, you know, video game music. It'll either be, you know, the soundtrack for the game I'm talking about, or maybe, you know, whatever other games I like, Persona 5, or, you know, Castlevania, especially the Castlevania stuff recently I've been using a lot. And that was kind of the way it was for a long time. But recently things have kind of changed, and I think I've understood why this is the type of music I like, and it's not what you think. It's not just because, you know, oh, I like video games, so therefore I like video game music. It's not that, even though it sounds like that would just be why I like video game music, but it's actually not. Because, you know, obviously, I mean, I've talked about COD Zombies before. I made 2 Zombies videos recently on my main channel and all that. And for a long time, I didn't really, you know, get the whole Easter egg song thing. You know, and my friends would, like, activate it, and I wouldn't really understand it. But it really kind of clicked with Black Ops 6, and specifically, this is another reason why I really like Citadel specifically. Oh, there's a bunny. But with Citadel, that was, as I said, I think I said it. Yeah, I think I said it in the Black Ops 6 video before Reckoning. That was like the first time I ever experienced a map like that, just on my own, no idea what I'm doing, no idea how to do the Easter egg, all that sort of thing. And it was really a fun experience for me. And that also kind of ties into the Easter egg song, because that was the first time I had ever activated an Easter egg song on accident, like just completely on accident, just walking around pressing F on everything, trying to solve Easter egg steps on my own. And when I activated that Easter egg song, it felt so awesome to do, because I didn't use a guide or anything. I found it out myself, and I thought that was so awesome. And the song itself was really awesome to listen to as well. It felt really exciting to just listen to while I was just fucking murdering zombies. And that kind of experience made me like a lot of the COD Zombies Easter egg songs. So then, you know, the Tomb comes out, still listen, you know, I listened to that a couple times. I would, like, you know, I would activate the Easter egg song at some point while doing the main quest Easter egg and all that. And then Shattered Veil drops, and, you know, I'm not dissing some of the other Black Ops 6 songs, because I do like them a lot. And I mean, I really like the Citadel one. But then they dropped Shattered Veil, and that song hit so hard. Like, the first time I listened to it, is I found it on accident again. And I listened to that song, I was like, oh my god, that is a song. That is a crazy song. That song, probably my favorite Easter egg song, although right now I'm kind of riding the high of the Reckoning Easter egg song. So there's that too. That song is so good. But again, I kind of had that experience where, like, you know, I just found this Easter egg song, not really trying to, and I think that makes the experience a lot better. And I thought about it for a while, starting with Citadel, and then especially thinking about it with Shattered Veil, and I've been thinking about it for the past couple months, honestly. Just kind of thinking about that and why those songs mean so much to me. Because, it's not even, it's not like some generic song where everybody's going to like it, because it is, I mean, they're kind of, I guess Falling to Pieces isn't so like metal-ish, but I guess it kind of has a tone. Some people aren't gonna like it because, I guess some people just like happy music. Some people like, screaming death metal. But I have always kind of just been like, I like music from video games that I like, whether it be, like for example, Persona 3, it's like rap music, and I don't listen to rap music, but I will listen to Persona 3 music because I like the music. I think it's good. And so I was thinking about it for a while, like why do I like these songs so much? And I realized that a lot of it is just kind of associated with the memories I have from the game. And that's the big reason why I even actually why I like those songs so much, in part. I mean, obviously like the songs sound good to me, but I think a lot of it comes from that whole idea of this is something I experienced myself. And, I can kind of, whenever I think of the song, I can tie it back to that experience of like listening to it the first time and all that. So the more I thought about it, the more I was like, yeah, I guess that kind of is why I like video game music. And so it's like, it sounds like a cop-out answer to say I like video game music because I'm the video game guy. But then the more I thought about it, the more I realized that a lot of it comes from the actual experience itself. And I guess that probably is true for a lot of people. Like, I'm sure people like, maybe they were out with their friends or whatever, then they heard a song for the first time and they associate that song with that night and like, whatever. So I think that looking at it that way, it kind of makes sense why I like those songs, because I just fucking I like, those experiences. I thought like it was really fun going through Citadel for the first time. I thought it was really fun going through Shattered Veil for the first time. I think it's been really fun going through Reckoning, which, when I finish the Easter eggs, I've not really had time to finish it. When I do finish it, I definitely will make like a full video on that, because I think that it is a really cool map. Really, really cool map. Really having a lot of fun with it. Even though I didn't really like, try to solve the Easter egg like I did with Citadel and Shattered Veil and stuff, but like I did explore the map a lot on my own, and then just, watch the guide, and, now I've been going through that, and that's been cool. That's been fun. But back to songs, like I think songs are so weird for me, because again, I don't really like traditional music that much. Like, I'm not someone that's going to be listening traditional music all the time, like, like some album or whatever. But I think that music is something that I kind of never really understood well enough before, but now I feel like I understand a lot better. And this is going to be something I eventually talk about in my next main channel video, which I won't spoil too much about, but let's just say there was a game I was playing and I was getting very frustrated. Like, I mean, very frustrated. Like, I did not want to continue doing what I was doing. And then eventually I was like, you know what? I am just going to mute the audio. I'm putting on some music, and I'm just gonna go for it. And then suddenly things kind of changed. Like when I just locked the fuck in when I was listening to that music, it just flowed so much more naturally. And I mean, that's also been a thing. Sometimes I'll just, when I'm working on stuff, I'll just listen to, whatever songs and it just helps lock in so much. Yeah, I really, I really kind of have underestimated music for a long time, I think. And I think I never really understood how music was for other people. But now I know that part of what makes music so special to me is the experiences that you associate with it. And it can also be a great motivator at times, depending on, oh my god. Is that a bird or is that a child dying? I can't tell. Like what the fuck am I? What is that scream? Jesus. Uh, but yeah, I think that music now, I feel like I have a better grasp on music and kind of why I like the music I do, and I feel like it's been really kind of a motivating thing. I'm not gonna go into it too much, but I think it is something great to kind of motivate you and excite you. And I've been listening to like a bunch of Call of Duty Zombies Easter egg songs for the past like 2 months, because ever since I started driving, I literally just burned a CD, which I know some people are gonna say, "What the fuck is a CD?" And that kind of pains me a little bit. But I have literally just had a CD of COD Zombies Easter egg songs I just listened to while driving, and I feel like it definitely enhances the experience over just fucking listening to whatever's on the radio. I mean, I could just yeah. Okay, I think this song was literally like in the middle of ending when I turned it on. So that's kind of, can we get the Reckoning Easter egg song? Close. Close. I think it's literally the next one. Yeah. Anyways though. Uh yeah though, I think I never really understood music, and I guess to an extent I still don't, because I don't listen to a lot of mainstream music and all that. But I think I can kind of understand music more now, if that makes any sense. I don't know if this actually ended up being something that was coherent, or if I just fucking rambled and nobody has any idea what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of my thoughts on music and kind of the weird relationship I have, and I guess in a sense kind of why it's healing and what I've understood from it all. Um and yeah, how long is this? Okay, it's probably like 20 something minutes. I kind of want to make shorter stuff at some point, especially because I've been really busy recently. So I'll have to find some time to do that. But yeah, I mean, I am probably going to go do something else. You know what else I'm going to be doing? This is what I'm going to be doing right here. All right. Well, that's I am I'm going to go find something to do now, I guess, while I listen to this song. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. I guess I still don't know how I'm ending these. I just kind of end them when they end. So, yeah.